This is Aishwarya from freshersworld.com. Welcome to our YouTube channel on jobs and careers. The topic that we are going to look today is set theory. So what is set theory? So as the name suggests, there will be a set of things and the questions revolving around that is nothing but the set theory. So generally you find these kind of questions in a way that they will give you a paragraph where almost all the details will be there and you will be followed by 3 or 5 questions. Generally it comes in 3 or 5 mark question. So to know the basic concepts of set theory is always very important. So let's get started. I will explain the concept along with an example. So the question that I am taking here is, so a set of people speaking the languages English, Hindi and French, and I have taken it as a 3 Venn diagram and then there are certain numbers in it. So let's get started with one question so that we'll understand the concept better. So the first question that they are asking is, what is the number of people speak English? So if you see English, you can see that this whole circle comes under English. So we will take it as 10 plus 3 plus 6 plus 5. So the people who are speaking English is nothing but 10 plus 3 plus 5 plus 6. So 10 plus 3 is 13 plus 5 18 plus 6 24. So number of people speaking English is nothing but 24. Next they are asking is number of people speaking Hindi. So when it comes to Hindi, you can see the circle B. So the whole circle comprises of the people speaking Hindi. So this is nothing but 3 plus 6 plus 4 plus 15. So 3 plus 6 plus 4 plus 15. So 6 plus 4, 10, 25 and 28. So next they are asking is people speaking French. So in case of French, you can see that the circle C, which is nothing but 5 plus 6 plus 4 plus 20. 5 plus 6 plus 4 plus 20. So 10, 20, 30, 35. So the first 3 questions are very simple. They are just asking number of people speaking English, Hindi and French. The next question that they are asking is the number of people speaking 3 languages. So let's go to the circle. So this is the people speaking English, this is the number of people speaking Hindi and this is the number of people speaking French. If you can see the middle intersection, it talks about the people who speak all the 3 languages. So the answer for this question will be 6. So what is the next question? They are asking the people speaking only English. So here they are telling that they don't want people who are speaking Hindi or French. They want the people who knows only English. So if you see that, let's say earlier problem for English we took the whole circle. But if you see, if you're going to take 3 or 6 or 5, it is a combination of Hindi as well as French. But what is the question? They are asking only English. So only English is nothing but the value 10. So 10 people know only English but they don't know Hindi or French. Next they are asking is only Hindi. Similarly how we did for this sum, we are going to do it here. For Hindi it is nothing but 15 is the number of people who knows only Hindi. They don't know English or French here. So next is the number of people who knows only French. So French is nothing but, if you can see that 20 is the number of people. So these are very basic questions that we will see in set theory. So the next question is, they are asking both English and Hindi. So let's go to the circle back here. So they are telling the circle A and circle B, they are saying the people who knows both English and Hindi. So these are the people who know only English, these are the people who know only Hindi. So this intersection shows the people who know both English and as well as Hindi. So the answer here will be 6 plus 3, which is but 9. So similarly the next question, they are asking for the people who know Hindi and French. So Hindi and French is nothing but the circle B and C. So this circle and this circle. So the intersection of this is nothing but our answer, which is nothing but 6 plus 4. 6 plus 4, which is equal to 10. The number of people who know Hindi and French is nothing but 10. So next they are asking is that only English and Hindi. So find the difference between these 2 questions. They are asking the people who know English and Hindi. They didn't say that they shouldn't know French or something like that. They didn't mention anything in the question. But here they are specifically telling that we need only English and Hindi. We don't want people who knows French. So which is nothing but English and Hindi is nothing but these 2 circles. And this part of the circle represents the people who know only English and Hindi. So which is nothing but 3. Similarly, the next question is only Hindi and French. So these two circles represent Hindi and French, and the people who knows only Hindi and French is nothing but this part of the circle. So it is nothing but 4. So I hope you understand the differences between this. Here they are asking both English and Hindi. Here asking only English and Hindi. Similarly for the next question. So the next question is none of the languages. So in certain question they would have given it as none of the languages as 10. So we can directly write it here. In certain cases they will give you the number of persons. From this you have to subtract it. We will deal those kind of sums in a later part of our videos, but as of now they have given it directly, so we are just taking it as such. So the next question that they have given is person who speaks both English and Hindi but not French. So what they are saying, that people who know English and Hindi but they don't talk French. So English and Hindi but they don't talk French. When you see this question, it is more similar to the one that we dealt earlier, that only English and Hindi. The same answer is going to be applicable here. So these are the people who know English and Hindi and as well as French. But here if you see, this is the intersection which talks about only English and Hindi. So for the answer for this question is nothing but 3. So only 3 persons who knows English and Hindi but not French. So the next question they are saying that persons who know Hindi and French but not English. Similarly, this is similar to only Hindi and French type of question. So what do you know? We know directly the answer is 4. So these are the various type of question that you find it in a simple problems. So they will directly give you all the details here, and from which they would have given a set of 5 or 6 questions from which you have to provide the answers only from the question. So these are very simple problems. There are certain tough level problems where lot of things will be missing here and there, where you need to use a formula to find the rest of the details and then start answering the questions. So as of now we dealt with a very simple problem and the set of questions that has been followed by the problem. So now I am going to tell you the 2 tips that you should remember while solving the set theory question. So first is the formula, which is nothing but there is this total is equal to a plus b plus c minus both a and b minus both b and c minus both c and a, none plus abc. So there are a lot of questions which will be revolving around this. In a certain easy kind of aptitude exam, you can find that they would have given all the answers for within A, B and C, and there will be set of questions followed by it where you can directly answer from it. But generally what they do, they will give you few set of questions and then where you have to use this formula to find the rest of the answers, and then you have to start finding the questions. In the upcoming videos, we will be using this formula to solve a lot of questions. The second tip is that, let's take this question. Out of 100%, at least each person knows one of the 3 languages. When you find the word at least in your question, so as we know that at least is nothing but minimum to maximum. So at least one person, minimum one person knows all the 3 languages, which means people who don't know either of the language is nothing but 0. So people who know none of the language is 0. So in most of the questions what they will do is that you will be thinking that why am I not able to find none though I have solved this using this formula and all that. That's because there's a catch in the question. In the question itself, they have already mentioned that at least one person knows each of the language, means directly you can go and write it in your answer paper that none is 0. So if this is the important thing that you should remember while solving the problem in set theory. The topic that we are going to look today is set theory part 2. In the part 1 of set theory, we dealt with a problem where they have given you the Venn diagram and all the details in the Venn diagram, and there will be a set of questions followed in it where you have to directly answer it. In the second part of the set theory, what we'll be dealing it, they will be given you the middle part of the question, and then from then on we'll be solving the other parts. So in the another part of the video, we'll be dealing with how without giving this part, we'll be finding the other parts in this. So let's get started with the first question. A survey of 100 students asked them about the languages that they speak. 50 students speaks Hindi, 35 students speak English, and 25 students speaks French. 20 speaks Hindi and English, 15 speaks English and French, 12 speaks French and Hindi, and 3 speaks everything. So the main trick here is that you have to start from the inner circle. So inner intersection is nothing but this. So you have to start filling from this intersection so that you will get all the answers. Let's say if you're going to start filling from the huge intersection, then you will be stuck in between. So let's get started. So first they have given, so 3 people speak all the 3 languages. So you put 3 directly here. So the next step is that from the smallest intersection we are going to the next biggest, which is nothing but 2 intersection circles. So the next data they have given us 20 speaks Hindi and English. So 20 is the number of people who are speaking Hindi and English, which is nothing but this intersection. So we already know 3 speaks all the languages. So 20 people speak Hindi and English. How to find this? 20 minus 3, which is nothing but 17. So 17 are the people who speaks English and Hindi only. So similarly, we are going to do it for Hindi and French and English and French. How to do it? 15 speaks English and French. So 15 people speaks English and French. We know already have the common thing as 3. So 15 minus 3, which is nothing but 12. Next, 12 speaks French and Hindi. So 12. So we know the common one 3. 12 minus 3 is 9. So from the in between we have also find the 2 common intersection also. What we have to find next? We have to find the Hindi only, English only and French only to complete the overall Venn diagram. How to find it? What is the next set of questions they have given? 50 students speaks Hindi. So 50 students speaks Hindi, 35 students speak English, 25 students speak French. Okay, so we have to find the Hindi only, English only and French only part. Let's get started. Hindi only. How to find it? We know overall people who are speaking Hindi is 50 minus all the intersection part. 17 plus 3, which is nothing but 50 minus 29, which is 21. Next, we have to find English only. English only is nothing but 35 minus 17 plus 3 plus 12. 17 plus 3 is 20. 20 plus 12 is 32 equal to 3. Next is French only. French only is nothing but we know 25 minus 9 plus 3 plus 12, which is 24, which is 1. So we have completed the overall circle. What is the one thing that is missing? We have to find the none part of it. So if you have seen the set theory part 1, we would have been discussed about a trick where in the question itself, if they have mentioned at least means none is always 0. So if you read the question, they haven't mentioned at least anywhere. So it means that we have to find the none. So none is nothing but they have given 100 students were surveyed. So 100 minus all these intersections will be considered here. So 21 plus 17 plus 3 plus 9 plus 3 plus 12 plus 1. So 17 plus 3 is 20, 41, 50, 53, 54, 66. So 100 minus 66, which is nothing but 34. So 34 are the people who doesn't speak all 3 languages. Now you know the none and you also know all the values in your Venn diagram. With the help of this, you will be able to solve all the questions that they have given in your aptitude exam. The topic that we are going to look today is set theory. In the previous videos of set theory, we understood the basic concept of set theory and also we dealt with a problem in which the center value was given. So the topic that we are going to look today is the one where center value is not given and how to solve those problems easily to find the answers. So let's go to the problem. So question that they have given is, there are total 71 students in a class and they speak 3 languages, which is nothing but English, Hindi and French. At least each student speaks one of the languages. And they are saying 41 students speaks English, 22 students speaks Hindi and 48 students speak French. The students who are speaking English and Hindi is nothing but 13, English and French is nothing but 21 and Hindi and French is nothing but 15. So we know that in the basic concept video we dealt that always we should find the central value first and then start solving. So the major mistake students make is that they start putting all these numbers and assume this as x and start solving. That's a more tedious method and it's going to take you more time. So in the first video we told about the formula that total is equal to a plus b plus c minus both ab minus both bc minus both ca plus none of abc and all of abc. So we are going to substitute the values here to first find out the unknown variable. So we know that the total is 71. A is nothing but here we mean English, Hindi and French. So 41 plus 22 plus 48 minus both A and B is nothing but English and Hindi is 13. Both B and C is nothing but English and French, which is 21. Minus Hindi and French is 15. So the catch here is none ABC. So if you see in the question, at least each student speaks one of the languages. In the previous video we told that in the question, if the word at least is there, then immediately we should know none is nothing but 0. So the none ABC is nothing but 0 here. Plus all ABC is the one that we are going to find, so keep it as X. So add all this. 41 plus 22 plus 48 is nothing but 111 minus 13 plus 5, 4, 9, 49, plus X. So X is equal to 49 comes here. So 120 minus 119 is nothing but 9. So the unknown variable here is nothing but 9. So we know that the unknown variable is 9. Now let's start putting all the answers and find the question. So English, Hindi and French. So people who knows Hindi, English is 41, Hindi is 22, French is 48. So how did we solve last time? We went from the back of the question to the front. So we will start from going from the back. So nothing but English and Hindi is 13. So English and Hindi is 13. So the overall circle that they are telling is 13. So we know that the people who speaks all the three languages 9. So 13 minus 9 is nothing but 4. So similarly for English and French. So English and French is nothing but 21. We know already 9 is here, so people speaking all the three languages. So it's nothing but 12. Similarly for Hindi and French. Hindi and French is 15. So together is, now we know the people who knows English and Hindi, Hindi and French and English and French. So now we all know the middle intersection. Now we have to find the only part of the question. So how to find this? We know that overall people who are speaking English is nothing but 41. So how to find the English only part is nothing but 41 minus addition of all this. 9 plus 4, 13. 13 plus 12 is 25. Which is nothing but 16. So 16 are the number of people who speaks only English. Now we have to find Hindi only. So how to find Hindi only? It's 22 minus addition of all this. 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 plus 6 is 19. So 22 minus 19 is nothing but 3. So 3 are the number of people who speaks Hindi only. Now we have to find French only. So French only is nothing but 48 minus 12 plus 9 is 21, 21 plus 6 is 27. So 48 minus 27 is nothing but 21. So 21 is the number of people who speaks French only. After solving all this, whatever the question that they have given in the question, you will be able to solve it very easily. So how did we do it? First we have to find the middle part value. Is the number of people who speaks all the three languages. For that, what did we do? So we know that formula total is equal to A plus B plus C minus both AB minus both BC minus both CA plus none plus all ABC. So we know that from the question at least each student speaks one of the languages, which means none is 0. So we automatically substitute 0 and we put all the variables that they have given in the question and find this intersection part. So once we know the intersection part, it is very easy to solve. And we find the smaller intersections and then we go to the only part. So once you get to know all the variable, it will be very easy for you to solve the sums that they have given in the question. The topic that we are going to look today is set theory. So in the previous videos of set theory, we have dealt with the two important concepts of solving the problems with the center value and without the center value. In today's videos, we will be solving the various simple problems that falls under the set theory concept. So let's get started. So the question that they have given is, in a class of 100 students, 35 like science, 45 like maths and 10 both. How many like either of them and how many like neither of them? So you know the formula, n of A union B is equal to n of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B. So this is the formula that we are going to use to solve this problem. So here they have told that there are 100 students and they like 35 like science and 45 like maths. So n of S union M is equal to n of S plus n of M minus n of S intersection M. So what are the values that they have given? So the value that they have given is 35 students like science plus number of students who like maths is 45 minus n of n intersection is nothing but both, which is 10. So 80 minus 10 is 70. So this is nothing but how many like either of them, either science or maths is nothing but n of s union m, which is 70. What is the other part of the question? They are asking how many like neither of them, who doesn't like both science and maths. So we know either of them, which is nothing but 70, and we know the total number of students, which is nothing but 100. So neither can be found out by 100 minus 70, which is nothing but 30. So let's solve another problem. The next question that they have given is, in a group of 115 people, their proof identity was verified. So some had passport, some had voter ID, and some had both. So the number of people who had passport is 65 and the number who had both passport and voter ID is nothing but 30. So what the question is? The question is how many had voter ID only. To understand this, let's draw a Venn diagram. So they are saying, this is, let's say this is passport and this is voter ID. They are saying 65 had passport and 30 people had both passport and the voter ID. So the total number of people they took the survey is 150. So we are going to use the same formula to solve it. So n of p union v is equal to passport and voter ID, n of p plus n of v minus n of p intersection v. So we know the total number of people is nothing but 115. N of p is nothing but 65 plus n of v we don't know, we are going to find it. And n of p intersection v is 30. So 115, 65 minus 30 is nothing but 35. So is equal to 80. So 80 is the number of person who is having only voter ID. So what did we do here? To understand this better, we drew a Venn diagram to know which one we have to exactly find it. So the thing that we have to find is voter ID only. We just use the normal formula that we have, then we substituted it and then we got the answer. Let's solve another problem. So the next question that they have given is, there are G number of first year students, M is the number of students who took maths course and L is the number of students who took the language course and B is the number of students who took both maths and the language course. They are asking you to find the percentage of students who neither takes the maths course or the language course. So here they haven't given you any value. So obviously in your options you will be having an equation which you need to find out with the given question. So similarly, let's find out the number of students who like either of the courses. So which is nothing but n of m union L is equal to n of m plus n of L minus n of m intersection L. Here n of m is nothing but m, n of L is nothing but L minus n of m intersection L is nothing but B. So this is nothing but G. So G is equal to m plus L minus B. So what are they asking for? They are asking for the neither of them taking the course. So neither is nothing but G minus m plus L minus B, which can be rewritten as G minus m minus L plus B. So are they asking for this equation? No, they are asking for you to find the percentage. Percentage is nothing but, we know the neither value, which is nothing but G plus B minus m minus L divided by the total number of students, which is nothing but G into 100. Simple, right? So what we did, we used the same formula that we used to do. Instead of number here, they have given you a variable here. Variable will be substituted in the place of the formula, and then here the question is to find the percentage. We know percentage is nothing but the given value divided by the total into 100. So that's what we have done here. So if you are a person who is looking for a job, kindly register on our freshersworld.com, like this video, subscribe to our channel. Thank you.